Boys and girls, men and women, welcome back to the channel. My name is SNEWJ. We're in the beautiful Rodeo Drive, and the reason why we're here is because there's always a ton of millionaires, a ton of celebrities walking around, people that are highly hyper successful. So it's only right. We're gonna switch it up a little bit today. Yes, we're gonna ask them how they got rich. Yes, we're gonna ask them how much money they make, but we're also gonna ask them if the blood, sweat, tears, the struggle, the sacrifice was worth it. Was the money worth it at the end to become a millionaire? To have millions of dollars, was it worth it? Or did they ruin their life? I don't know. We're not gonna know until we ask. Also, if there's anybody out there that does not like the current job that they're in, they wanna make more money, you wanna provide for your family, your friends, yourself, we are offering mentorship from actual millionaires, where our millionaire mentors will sit down on a Zoom call with you, literally face to face, where you can ask any questions that you want, where our mentors will guide you and coach you to financial freedom. Nobody's doing it like us. If you would like this mentorship by millionaires, click the link in the description below. It doesn't get any better than that. All right, guys and girls, we have a familiar face here. I already know you make a lot of money. Maybe remind the viewers, the new viewers, who are you? What do you do? How much money do you make?
Yeah, my name is Marcel Klein, the world's #1 success coach. I'm the best hypnotist in the world. I make over $1 million a month. And,
$1 million a month?
Yeah, over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like 13, 14 million a year?
A little bit more. Yeah,
15?
Closer to 20.
Oh, wow. Yeah. How old are you now?
25.
25. It was just your birthday, right?
Yeah.
A couple months ago. Okay. How does one get to that point, making 20 million a year at just 25 years old? That's crazy.
Number one is confidence. You need to be confident. You need a better relationship with money, because a lot of people think that making a lot of money is really hard, and they pedestalize it. Like, you might be watching this and be like, that's crazy. It's really not that hard, especially if you have the confidence to sell something that's like $30,000 or $60,000. You know, you sell something that's $60,000 once every day, and you're making $2 million a month. It's that simple. But you have to figure out what you're going to sell. You have to be more valuable. You got to be more confident. You got to figure out what can I learn that'll help me. And if you don't know how to sell, someone knows how to sell. You can hire the best in the world. If you have a good offer, people are going to want to work for you.
Absolutely.
You know? I think there's a lot of ways to kind of shortcut success. People just say how, and then they give up.
Yes.
So
very true.
You got to just keep going, you know, invest in something like what you got. You know, people come to my seminars, all sorts of stuff that help them out.
Yeah. So what is the most someone paid for coaching?
I mean, I charge $1 million a year, and I get equity in their company. So,
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's smart, guys and girls. Wow. Okay.
So, you know, the thing is, if they pay $1 million, it's cool, but even they're a bit less incentivized to listen, because some of these guys make so much money that $1 million is nothing. Because if you break down $1 million to a year, it's $84,000. It's not that much.
Yeah.
To some of you listening, I understand it might be, but it really is not that much money to someone with a lot of money.
That is true, yeah.
So sometimes it's not enough to get them to want to do something. So when you're like, hey, look, you just gave this guy equity, they're going to listen. There's a lot more authority, there's a lot more respect.
25 years old, making that type of money, was it worth it?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, guys, if you want to go to college, like my sister just finished law school. Mm-hmm. She's making $12,000 a month, and that's like awesome as a lawyer.
Yeah.
I dropped out of college. Like, was it worth it? Is it worth going to school? Is it worth working for someone else? Is it worth not having money, having to look at the price tag and say, can I afford this? There's no such thing as can I afford this. It's just, do I want it or do I not?
Yes.
And that's the life I rather live. That's not for everyone. You know, you have to put in the work. You cannot be lazy. A lot of people are like, no, you know, that's really hard. Yeah, you know, at times it is. But if you want the life, you got to pay for the life. You got to put in the work. You want a six-pack, you got to diet. You want to be an entrepreneur, there's work that goes into it. We got my man over here. How you doing?
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
I've been hearing your name around, been seeing you all over social media. So I know you're wildly successful, but just tell the viewers exactly who you are and what you do.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, of course.
My name is Peter Marco. I'm a jeweler here on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. I've been here for 24 years. I'm 62 years old.
You look great.
Thank you, brother. I started when I was 15.
Wow.
So there's one thing I learned: there's no schooling for travel, and there's no schooling for experience. And having those 47 years in the business, starting from the bottom on up, nothing was ever handed to me. No family business. You know, I started cleaning bathrooms for a big jewelry company in Manhattan.
Wow.
And then I got promoted to cleaning the place, to a messenger boy and a jeweler and a setter. And then I traveled for them all over the world. I sold jewelry, and then I opened my own store, and here I am. And you know, I started from nothing. I built what I have, so I kind of know all the aspects of the business.
In your position, how much can one make owning something like this?
I will tell you that all of us here on Rodeo Drive because of all the organizations and the big tourism. We have to submit our figures every month. And I'll tell you that, I've been told many times they don't even use my figures.
Yeah.
Because my figures will throw off the numbers.
Really?
Because we do that much business.
Definitely over 7 figures, as I'm assuming.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, is it 8 or?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the 8,
the
8-figure guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Last question.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? All the wealth and success you accumulated, was it worth it?
100%. I'm going to tell you a quote from Kobe Bryant. One time, they were interviewing.
I love Kobe,
said,
man. R.I.P. man. Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
Why don't you pass the ball? And he says, why am I going to pass the ball to that guy? He said, he comes in a half hour after practice, and he leaves a half hour before practice is over.
I remember
and
this.
Kobe's ethics were, he was there 3 hours before practice. And that's kind of my blueprint. For 20 years, there's a restaurant on the corner that closes 11 o'clock at night. For 20 years, when I left here, that restaurant was closed. It's because what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
I happen to look at this, it's not work for me. It's a passion. I really love what I do. I love bringing happiness to people, and I'm always involved in an incredible time in their lives.
Yeah.
And that's my high. All of this is beautiful. Yes, I'm blessed and I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, but that's not what this is about to me.
Absolutely.
It's about the happiness to the people. It's about being involved in good times in their lives.
Yeah.
The money's nice and everything, but what the money actually does is it gives me the power to give back. It gives me, we've done so many charity and events and, tiny homes that we built and things that we give it back.
So my dad thinks my Rolex is fake, right? So Peter's gonna let me know if it's real or not.
100% real.
Real?
100%.
How can you tell?
So they make good knockoffs, but there's always something a little different, whether it's the dial, whether it's the bezel, whether it's the bracelet, whether it's the feel, the clasp, the lock. You can always tell. The fact that hopefully you got a box and you got a card with the papers, that always elevates the fact that it's real. With Rolex in particular, if you look on the inner bezel, you'll see it says Rolex with a serial number in there.
I did not know that.
That's the hidden secret on that one.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love that watch. What kind of Rolex is that?
Sub.
Okay, sub. I got the Sea Dweller right here.
Oh,
I see the Louis Vuitton. Look, there's like a vest, right?
Yes,
I love this style.
We call it a mid-layer. Yeah.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I'm a butler / house manager.
Oh, really? Okay. So how much can one make per year doing that?
120.
Okay, 120. Okay.
Yeah.
And then is there like benefits to it or?
Yeah, we got housing included. We got food included.
Now, is it like
and everything?
Okay, flights, everything, right?
Everything's
How does one get to your position, being like a house manager, a butler? Do you have to know certain people? Or how did you do it exactly?
To get into the industry, I think it's important to go through hospitality first, work in restaurants, hotels, know how to serve people.
That's a good point.
Talk to people, that's very important.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think it's just get to know people that are in the industry. It's the same as working on yachts. If you work on a private yacht, you need to know people. Otherwise, you will never get into the.
So it's knowing people, networking, relationships, and then it gets your foot in the door. Exactly. Now, is it worth it? Whatever you're doing, the money, all that. Why is it worth it?
It's hardworking. We work 14 hours a day, maybe sometimes even 18 hours a day. But I think it's rewarding because you work for one specific family or one individual, and they just treat you as your family.
What's your net worth, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, how much?
Because that watch is already like 20, 25, 30K, right?
I mean, it's important to invest your money in real estate.
Right. Are you investing?
I'm investing in real estate right now, and I think this is just more important than owning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What's your portfolio value like right now? Everything total. Just like can I guess?
He's very personal.
Can I guess? And you just say higher or lower? Over 600K?
It's around.
Okay, around. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, man. That's what's up, bro. Live. How you doing, sir? I'm Snewj.
I'm Phil.
Phil, nice to meet you. What do you do for work?
I'm retired.
What do you do when you weren't retired?
I was a CFO for a Chicago-based company.
Are you able to say the name?
You probably wouldn't know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so if you're a CFO, how much can one make in your position doing that?
Be making $10 million a year.
10 million. Was it worth it? The money, the success, was it all worth it at the end?
So it wasn't worth it just for the money, but the whole package was definitely worth it.
Why was it worth it?
The people I worked with, the accomplishments we had as a company, and it was fairly lucrative as well. So.
All right, y'all, it's another day. We're continuing this video in Newport Beach. Let's go. How you doing, man?
Good, brother.
I'm Snewj.
Nice to meet you, Christian.
Christian, nice to meet you. What do you do for work?
I own a business financing company.
Okay. Are you able to say the company name?
Yeah, it's direct funding.
Okay, direct funding. And where's it at? Is it in
Irvine, right by the Spectrum.
Okay, cool. Now, how long you been doing that for?
I've owned it for 8 years. My brother and I are business partners.
How much can one make per year doing that?
Last year we did like 13 million.
Now, how does one get into that position? Did you have to go to school? Because like you said, you and your brother started it, right?
Well, he's a high school dropout, and I got my degree in criminal justice.
Oh, wow.
So him and I, we started out in my apartment.
Okay, that's
so
crazy.
just him and I, we were working at a company that used to do this, and we're like, dude, we can do this ourselves.
Yeah.
So we each put in $500, and we worked out of my bedroom apartment.
That's
We
crazy.
haven't put $1 in since then.
Yeah.
Zero debt.
That's
so now I have 50 employees right here, and yeah, we're rocking and rolling. A year before I started my business, I was broke. I was evicted out of my apartment.
Wow.
My car got repoed. I had to move into my grandma's house and pay rent. I had no food in my cabinets.
So your credit was effed, huh?
Credit was effed. I made a bad investment, and that was my fault.
Yeah.
But I started with nothing.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. I came from nothing. My parents didn't have anything.
Those are the stories we love, man.
I went to the grocery stores with my mom.
Yeah.
To get food out of the dumpster and the food they give away. So I didn't have nothing handed to me. So anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Just gotta put your mind to it.
What exactly do you guys do as an operation?
Yeah. So we finance businesses nationwide, right? So we lend capital to businesses that need it for payroll, expansion, contracts, just any type of need where they're going to get a good return on their investment. We give lines of credit, short-term financing, long-term funding. So half our business each month is from return clients.
Got
so
you.
You got to make sure you're giving these guys the honest way, the most truthful way.
Yeah.
Lead them the straight way, because a lot of companies don't do that.
Yeah.
That's why they come back to us.
I see. You guys don't have the money yourself. You're more of a middleman?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just have relationships with the banks and finance companies and whatnot. That's how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you have to have a good reputation. You got to make sure your clients are leaving good reviews for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Or else they will kick you off.
Now, do you need a degree or any like
Nothing.
type of nothing? Just
Nothing.
Just like this, right?
Nothing.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Eventually, you want to surround yourself with smart people, but you don't need a degree to start your business.
Now, last question.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? Like the money at the end?
Yeah, absolutely. It changed my life. I grew up poor. Didn't grow up with anything. I changed my family's life, and that's what I'm working for.
How you doing, sir? I'm Snewj. I love that watch, by the way.
You were in the can't beat those. Right? Nice piece.
Thank you. What do you do for work?
I'm in the jewelry design business.
Jewelry design. Okay. Do you own the business?
I do.
Okay. How long you been doing that for?
35 years.
Do you love it?
I do. I'm self-employed.
Yes.
Which makes it easy.
Now, how much can one make per year doing that?
$1 million.
Million, huh?
Yeah. I mean, without overhead, you keep your expenses down.
Have you hit the 7 figures?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
but, in your lifetime, not every year is a home run, but for
absolutely.
the most part.
How does one get in your shoes? Like make the kind of money that you make and become a jewelry designer?
Yeah, but I have a gemological background, I have a design background, I have business background.
Okay.
But the primary focus when I started was in design.
I see.
And then it evolved into other things. I grew up in that business. You put your hours in. That's how you learn.
Okay.
You can learn the books and academics, but you really got to put the hours
Yeah, you got to get the hours and you got to get the experience. So you graduate college, right?
Yep.
And then you learn everything and then you just start your own thing.
It wasn't that easy. 3 kids,
Tell us more about the process a little bit.
Went to college out here in '72.
Okay, so you went to college. You had 3 kids at the time.
I was drafted
Wow.
to Vietnam. I had a student deferment
Okay.
under that administration, Nixon at the time.
Okay.
But I had a number, I had my physical, I was going, and then I was already accepted into college. and then ended up going to school.
Okay.
Then got married, then had the kids, then moved back out here, and a long process.
So when you moved back out here, did you have the place yet? No. Okay, so you were unemployed.
It was unemployed.
Wow.
I got a job at Neiman Marcus.
Wow.
Precious jewelry concession.
Okay, wow.
Back in the day, and that's where I got my career launched here.
Oh, so did you get clients from
18
there?
months, yes. 18
That's how you.
months,
Okay, that
and
makes.
then, yeah.
Okay,
that's
that's
how it all evolved.
That's a grind.
Yeah,
no,
it
thank
was.
you. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 69.
He looks great, guys. Like you work out too, huh?
I tried. I tried.
Last question. Was it all worth it at the end? The money, the freedom?
Yeah, but the freedom is everything. You're your own boss. You're your own destiny.
Yeah.
You're not someone else's. You know, you might not make as much, you might not, but I can get on a plane tomorrow, or as I did 10 years ago, and say, I'm taking off for a month. And I can work anywhere with a phone, and I have colleagues here that you can, plug and play when you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a one-man show.
Yeah.
And then I have my jewelers behind the scene. They're the ones.
You have a whole
that are at the
operation,
bench.
whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not my employees. They're colleagues, but you don't employ them. You use them as consultants.
Oh.
So
Why is that?
you pay them per job. But they've been
Like a
with me
1099?
Yeah, they've been with me for 35 years.
How you doing, sir? I'm Snewj.
Sam.
Sam?
Nice
Oh,
to meet you.
that's my real name, Sam. So yeah.
You're the guy for-
yeah. Okay,
the
hell yeah.
cars and
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
Sweet,
okay.
I love it.
So what do you do for work?
I do a little bit of everything. I do real estate.
Okay, real estate.
I do insurance.
Insurance, okay.
Yeah.
One in your position right now, how much can they make per year doing what you do combined?
Single year, you can do 3 mil.
How does one get into your position? Like, how does one get into real estate, just like you, and insurance? Because what came first? Was it real estate? Was it insurance?
Insurance came first because I worked for a big company. I don't want to say the name of it.
Okay, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. So start with the big company.
Correct.
Okay, work your way up.
Correct.
Okay.
And then since I was a kid, I always fascinated with beautiful homes like Beverly Hills homes, like all the celebrities where they live and the lifestyle that they live and so forth. Like, okay, beautiful. I will get into real estate for sure.
Oh yeah. What was the process? Because insurance, I understand that you worked your way in a company, worked your way up, and then you started your own thing, right? And then with real estate, what was the process with
Almost the same thing. The process basically here in the state of California, you have to go through licensing and so forth.
So you got your license first, okay?
Yes. In other states is a lot easier and a lot of lenient. So I am between California and North Carolina.
Gotcha.
I invest there more than here.
Yeah. No, for sure. No, yeah, because cheaper property, right? Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Was it worth it? The money at the end, all the success, the hard work, was the money worth it?
I will not even ask that question. What's worth it to you asking me those questions now and being this beautiful day here and this gentleman right here recording and so forth, that's what's worth it.
Yeah.
We're still breathing, we still have potential to do a lot more. Insurance and the real estate is not just, they are just two fields out there. There are a lot of other things, to do in this beautiful planet.
Yeah.
We need to look at the planet. We need to save the planet. We need to, once again, those two fields, they were just to get me from place A to place B.
So it's bigger
like
than
a
that.
car sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, the most beautiful thing is just to have this unity, to talk to people like yourself.
That's
to
important.
learn from each other, to help each other out. Look what we've been through since COVID.
Oh
and
yeah,
so
no,
forth.
for sure.
It was a learning experience for us, for as a human, and we will love, to overpass that.
Yeah.
And be ourselves.
Yeah.
And help people. And
Absolutely.
And help the nature and help whomever needs help and so forth. So that's the beauty about it. That's the beauty about it.
I love that. So what I'm getting out of that is, it's not, the money is great and all, but it's all about the people. It's all about the relationships. It's all about what we do on this planet, right?
Correct.
But here's the thing. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. If you're chasing 7 figures or more and you have to sacrifice your mental health, the people that you love, relationships, what is life really about? You see what I'm saying? And the answers we got today is, look, man, they're all killing it. They're doing their thing. They're able to provide for themselves and their family. And that's beautiful, right? If you can do that, provide for yourself and your family, help elevate other people's life, but also take care of your mental, your spiritual, your physical, you are winning. You completely, like, that's what you call GOAT status, okay? It's not about just, hey, let me get to 7 figures and sacrifice all the people that I love, the relationships, my mental health, my physical, my spiritual. It's not about that. But understand, take care of your people, love the people around you, elevate their lives while you're elevating yours. Remember, tomorrow doesn't exist, yesterday doesn't exist. It's about what you do right now. I'm tired. Bro, let me get a drink of water.
You tell me I'm something you need, but baby, you know that I'm bad for you, yeah. Why you gotta be so naive? If I treat you like one I don't want, then you know I'm just so hard to please. I lie to your face to get what I want, babe. Somehow you keep calling to me. Why are you so naive? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why are you so naive?